standard and of a level that would produce the kind of the potential and possible sources of funding to put setting up tertiary institutions. I
Furthermore, you need to learn from your past experiences in the organization. What has it been like in your fundraising? Then after that, you need to draw up an organizational project attainment point. What do you want to attain? What are your attainment points? And then of course you need to set 3 critical KPIs, which your key performance indicators. 3 critical ones will be the amount of money you wish to raise, the donors you want to cultivate, and the new donors you want to come on board. I'm just doing a rush of this because I know that maybe in the future, if we have an opportunity to do a 3-day training program, definitely, we'll really settle down on some of these issues. Now, look at this. You need to research and draw up the potential types and sources of required funding and finance for your social impact project. This, is where you now apply what will be beneficial to you. Sometimes we make the mistake of using the wrong funding style or type for what we want to do. Okay, and you have lots of collaborative funding with local and international blue chips, keeping a close eye on the SDGs. Let me tell you, if your project is always centered around attaining to the SDGs, what you are going to find out is that that is the language that the international, sometimes the local, corporate world is speaking. So when I say blue chips, I'm talking about the mastheads of the economies. I'm talking about the big companies. I'm talking about the Dangotes. I'm talking about, the Cosmos, the oil companies, in our jurisdictions. Okay. Now, when you keep a close eye on the SDGs, because they, as it were, right now have signed on to several, treaties and alliances and, agreements, to, keep a close eye on the SDGs for attainment points, worldwide by 2030. Okay. Then another is legacy giving. Legacy giving, I'll tell you, is one of the easiest ways of funding your projects, virtually, perpetually. This is an area which takes quite some work, takes quite some close monitoring, and at the same time, to try as much as possible, to get, people, you need to, do some work to harvest, those kind of contributors. Legacy giving, you need to read up on it. And I'll tell you, candidly, I know of a bank chairman who recently, 2 years ago, gave $5 million to a private university. All right. That could also be what you call major gifts, but in its own case, it's something which is going to continue, for a very, very long time. And he wants to leave a legacy on the one hand. And of course, legacy can also come by wills. All right. You can start it when you are alive. And then most of the time, these people are committed to the institution, even when they are gone. There are major gifts. Then, of course, the major fundraising gala events. I believe by the time I look through this list, I'm sure I'm going to see, quite a couple of you representing non-profit organizations, educational institutions, and the rest like. And I will say this. In Ghana, there's something called causing financial loss. If you don't handle government resources properly, or you don't use what in your subventions properly, you can be termed as causing financial loss. I'll tell you this candidly: if you, as a social enterprise organization, a non-profit or a non-governmental organization, in the year 2022, if you did not do a major fundraising gala event, you caused financial loss to your organization. If you did not do in 2021, you also caused a financial loss to your organization. And for as many years as you did not do, major fundraising gala events, what you've been doing consistently is causing financial loss to your organization. The question is this: what I will ask a non-profit, what I will ask an educational institution, what I will ask a social enterprise organization, what I will ask a health institution, is how do you want to stay afloat? How do you want to stay perpetually? How do you want to be like the Harvards, like the Yales, like the Princetons, like the Cambridges, like the Oxfords? If you are not going after legacy gifts, you're not going after endowment gifts, and you're not doing major fundraising gala events on a yearly basis. Good enough, the world is largely religious. So at every religious circle, you have people of different persuasions who want to thank God, for keeping them alive. The Christians are very happy during the Christmas season, during the Easter season. Wonderful time to set up galas, and those are giving events. The Muslims are happy, during the Eid festivals. Wonderful time to set up galas, where you can appeal to the consciences, and of course the emotions of these people, and then get substantial revenue to your organization to sponsor your social impact project. And usually at such galas, you are able to communicate very clearly, your vision, your mission, your goals, and your objectives. And like I said, I always say you must have a written document, to share with your potential donors. Then of course you have foreign and local trust funding. There are foreign trusts, lots and lots of them, myriad of them all over the world. In short, most of them are the trusts that have been able to support most of the charity in the developed world. And then of course we have local trusts, though not very popular, but we can still find them if we search. And then of course we have foreign and local foundation funding. There are foundations that are very, very keen on funding social impact projects. We need to research, fish for them, harvest them, cultivate the friendship with them, and then get then of course we have the foreign and local corporates. Foreign and local corporates, another strong area. They do what you call the CSRO, the corporate social responsibility, and that arm of the organizations will gladly fund your social impact project, particularly if it falls within the remits of what they are looking for. And that is why to research, to investigate, and to do a lot of library search, or rather what you call internet search, is a sure way of knowing what particular corporates stand for, whether foreign or local.